Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. Steeler football is back. Steelers versus Rams, Week 7. And yes, there will be a watch party this Sunday, so tune in for that too if you want to come stop by, show some love. The watch party will be there. I'll be watching the game live, going play for play like that. Can't show the screen, of course, unless you want to get copyrighted. You'll never want to see me on there again. You get copyrighted strike and your channel is gone. But I'm gonna be doing a lot of watch party, showing and like going through play-by-play and commentary and stuff and give my takes throughout the game. So just come by and stop by if you want to. But Steelers versus Rams is going to be a crazy game. You know how we doing the game previews. If you're new to the channel, I always do some of the positives and some of the negatives I like on our team and stuff, and some of the positives from another team too as well. Like the Rams offense is one of their main positives, of course. The Rams offense has played amazing. They kind of got a resurgence back. A lot of people thought the Rams were going to be a team you can just push over, a team that's going to be kind of like, picking top 5, picking top 10 in the draft like that, even though their draft picks are mostly gone. But the Rams came out here and they showed you that they can go out there and still be a top offense, be elite level offense, and go out there with Sean McVay, the good coach he is, a Super Bowl champion coach he is, going out there and just scheming up a lot of great things with Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is playing at a good level too. But the guys who you got to look out for, the Puka and Koopa tandem. Now, that'll be the catchphrase, Puka and Koopa. Not Cooper, we're going to say Koopa. The Puka and Koopa. That tandem right there is gonna be nice. Puka Nakua came out of nowhere. I didn't even make one video. I made a lot of videos on when I did the little analysis for the draft, talking about different receivers in the draft, talking about different guys, like saying, oh, this guy right here gonna be cool and this guy gonna be cool. I was going through all different type of people like that. And Puka Nakua never came across. I was like, I didn't even see him. I didn't even notice him like that. Was overlooked. This man got to the Rams and just went absolutely crazy, playing at a high level. You see him catching like the receptions are crazy. He got like about 50 or 60 catches almost within the first 6-7 weeks. I'm like, it's crazy football that he's playing. He's playing at a high level and he's bringing the intensity and bringing the energy. And with the pairing of him and Cooper Kupp is going to be very dangerous and very, very hard to stop, especially for my Steelers cornerbacks who can't stop anybody. I can go out there probably and get open on Levi Wallace because Levi Wallace, I don't know what type of defense he plays, but when he's out there full time, I'm not saying Levi Wallace is just like terrible or bad, but he plays. He's only good at certain times. He's not fully consistent throughout the entire game. He'll make a few plays here and there that you be like, okay, and then the majority of the other time, the rest of the time of the game, he'd go out there and get beat a lot. We see him get beat all the time. He's basically our number 1 corner right now because they got him guarding a lot of the number 1s. We see him get beat and cooked by Brandon Ayuk a little bit and Deebo Samuel. We see him get beat and cooked by Amari Cooper. We seen him get beat and cooked by Devontae Adams. Seen him get beat and cooked by all the receivers at the Texans who were a lot of bad side got good eating, good food because he was letting him go out there and just cook anything you want. He had like a bowl, it's like a stir fry a little bit, stir fry bowl and just cooking, getting cooked, getting like tossed around. They were just passing him around like crazy. And then you see the last game we played was against the Ravens. If the Ravens players could catch, he got cooked that game too because there's a lot of plays where it was open. They beat him. That's Aguilar had a step on a few guys and different, what's his name? What is his name? What's that thing called? The Munchin or something like that. It was Flowers. Zay Flowers. He had a step on a lot of guys too. If they could catch the ball, they would have definitely cooked them too. So Levi Wallace got to get it together, hopefully get it together. And hopefully the Steelers bring JPJ out there. Let JPJ be the starter. JPJ got to be out there and start, or at least get a lot of more snaps. I don't like you can rotate him in and out. We gotta use all 4 corners. I know we're missing Corey Trice a lot. Corey Trice Jr. was that 6'3" cornerback we drafted late in the rounds. We kind of got a steal because he kind of failed in the draft because of the injuries and stuff. But he got injured. He's out for the season. He never got a chance to play with us. But I feel like we're missing a guy like that because he had the ability to play in the slot and to play in the outside as well. And the Steelers are missing that right now. Patrick Peterson, don't get me wrong, is a Hall of Famer, 8-time Pro Bowler, multiple-time first-team All-Pro selection cornerback, one of the best to do it. But he's a little old now. I thought we were gonna get more of the juice. Like we got kind of Joe Hayden on the later end of his career. He still made a Pro Bowl for us, and he played pretty good football. And he played good football for us too, and he was always consistent too as well. Patrick Peterson haven't shown us too much good, really. I can't really think. I think did Patrick Peterson get an interception? I think he got an interception in one of these games. I think it was the game against the Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo was throwing interceptions. He was just throwing the mugs out there. But Patrick Peterson he's a little older, but it's just like he hasn't played little to potential. But in the slot, he just showed some key plays that he made, like some pass breakups and stuff that happened when he played in the slot. So maybe they move him to the slot more and then have Lil Watson on the outside and JPJ on the outside and kind of like rotate him in, keep him fresh. Desmond King probably get some reps as well. And like the Steelers are looking to maybe trade for a cornerback. You can maybe call the Broncos. Not Patrick Surtain. Surtain not going anywhere. Surtain gonna be with the Broncos. They would not trade him. He's an all pro type level guy, an amazing player. They're not gonna trade him, but there's some other guys around. Maybe some other cornerbacks they might have around like that. I know the veteran Kareem Jackson, the DB. Maybe can bring a guy like that on, or some different guys they might have around on the Broncos, or on like different teams, like some teams that may be looking to rebuild. Maybe the Bears. Maybe some Vikings or somebody. Just find like another veteran cornerback. Don't give up too much. Cause maybe like somebody could maybe give up like maybe a 6th-round pick, 5th-round pick. Don't give up too much for them. But like, okay, they can probably be a solid veteran presence for the team. Just give us more depth and more size. Unless you want to start using James Pierre again. He played pretty good at certain times last season, but still got to find a way to get this thing going. JPJ, I think he's going to be good and stuff. Hopefully the Steelers start him, but the other side still, because like they can always say we could go that side and take that guy. So hopefully they keep that other side fresh, different guys coming in and out, and just like lock down a little bit at the cornerback position, because it's gonna be tough. You got to guard Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, and that's gonna be a hard battle for the cornerbacks this week. So hopefully they're ready, and hopefully the scheme is not to just leave them guys on the island by themselves, and it's more of like saying, okay, we're gonna jump you on the island, we're gonna double team. Because Devontae Adams, when we played them. We still won the game in the end, but they should have double teamed Devontae Adams a long time ago. He was just getting it open every time. I'm like, double team that. Have a guy in front of him, and they have a guy over the top. And put that cover 2, have people watching over the top. You can't let these receivers just run free with no like man-to-man coverage and stuff like that. And these great receivers, like unless you got for an elite level cornerback, they're not gonna change anything. Like you need to double team that. And hopefully the Steelers do that this week. Try to find a way and mix and match it a little bit. See, we're gonna double team Cooper sometimes, we're gonna double team this guy sometimes. We're gonna find different ways. You're gonna move Cooper all the way around. You're gonna move him in the slot sometimes, move him outside. So you gotta watch that stuff. Somebody will find a way to get him the ball. So that's the main concern, really. But I like our chances of the defense of getting to Matthew Stafford. I think we can get to him. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Larry Ogunjobi, all those guys, they can get to Matthew Stafford and create some havoc. And hopefully, when they get there, they bring the ball with them. Because usually Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt, when they get there, they bring the ball with them too. So hopefully they can do that this week for us. The next one is the rushing attack got to get going. Last year, after the bye week, the rushing attack got real going. Najee Harris had about 800 yards after the bye week, 800, 900 yards. So rushing after the bye week, he started playing good. Got to 1,000 yards too that season. People thought he probably would finish with like 700, 600 or something around that range. But he went out there and he got to that, and he scored more touchdowns, and they got the run game going with him and Jalen Warren last year. So hopefully this year they do the same thing, get the run game going, they make the adjustments right. We already know they're not going to fire Matt Canada. The fans can keep chanting it, but it's kind of just becoming a distraction. They're not going to fire him until that maybe like they'll let him go in the offseason, probably, of course. But during the season, they're going to fire him, because they wanted to fire him. They probably would have fired him at the beginning of the bye week. But after you see that first day that happened at the bye week, it passed, you kind of knew he was going to be standing there, because that's probably the perfect opportunity to do it, so you can get another guy in, and another guy can come in and like get his scheme going for the next 2 weeks. But the Steelers gonna roll with Matt Canada. Hopefully he can improve and give it his best. His last weeks with the Steelers. Give it his best with his last couple weeks with the Steelers. Where it was like 10 weeks left, I think. So his last 10 weeks with the Steelers, or 11 weeks with the Steelers. Hopefully he can go out there and just give us something. Give us something good, and get the run game going. We can see more 22 personnel and see more 12 personnel. And 22 personnel had both of the backs in the backfield with you to create and help with the blocking and pass blocking, and maybe mix it up with some of the run schemes, and 12 personnel to run the football as well. 23 personnel might put some 3 tight ends out there and run the football like that. So just find different ways to go out there and just run the football and make it effectively, and play that old school Steelers football, and use play action to set up your pass game and all type of stuff. Another thing too, we need to double team AD. AD gonna be there, and not Anthony Davis, but Aaron Donald is gonna be there. He's gonna be going through. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a living Hall of Famer, walking Hall of Famer, a legend that's still playing at a high level. He's like a 7-time All-Pro, 7-time first-team All-Pro, and like a 10-time, 11-time Pro Bowler, a Super Bowl champion. He's an unstoppable force. It's hard to try to slow down Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is an absolute unstoppable force. It's gonna be crazy, see what the Rams try to do to stop TJ Watt, and then see what the Steelers try to do to stop AD. And most likely, none of the teams will be able to stop either of those guys. So there's going to be a defensive battle, in my opinion. It's going to come down to like who's going to get the most stops, and who's going to create the most havoc and create the most havoc on these offenses. But it'll come down to at least the offense. The offense is going to have to make a few plays. I think they have a better chance because they have better play caller than Sean McVay, way better play caller than Sean McVay, and they also got better quarterback and Matthew Stafford. Kenny Pickett is still, this is year 2 for him. Matthew Stafford, the Super Bowl champion. He had multi-time Pro Bowler, has been on top of the top for a while. And then they got better receivers. Well, George Pickens is getting himself up there, like that. But, Cooper Kupp is up there. And then I think it'd be Cooper Kupp, and then you pick GP, and then you get Puka. Puka is playing at high level too. So those three, they're probably the 3 best on the field, and 2 of them are their players like that. We do get DJ back though. Jesse Johnson is an amazing route runner. Is a guy you can count on. We've been missing that a little bit. GP, of course, is amazing. Having him out there too, but having that 1A, 1B type guy, Jesse Johnson out there with him, being the 1B receiver. His route running is amazing. He's elite level route runner. Go out there and get open, get the ball in his hands, and just make things happen. A lot of people have to knack on him like he dropped too many passes, but he really only had one bad drop season. Well, that was year 2. In year 1, he played pretty good with us. I remember that game against the Cardinals. Probably the best game he had with us. Had the touchdown, had the punt return, all those big plays he made his rookie season. And then the following year, he had about 800-some yards, but he had a lot of drops that year. I remember that Bills game was just terrible. He dropped a lot of passes in that game, like 4 or 5. And people were like, oh, he can't drop. He dropping stuff. But then the years after that, if you actually look at the numbers, he actually had the lowest drop rate. If you look at the number, you guys want to follow PFF all the time, the Pro Football Focus. They said that Jesse Johnson had one of the lowest drop rates of the past 2 seasons. So that it kind of notion of him dropping passes, that's kind of like just fans just kind of hating on him a little bit because he hasn't really did that in a while. But Jesse Johnson, when you have him out there, he plays very good. He brings a different level of intensity, and it's always great to have more weapons out there. I always say the more weapons, the better. And people kept saying, trade him. I'm like, don't trade him. What are we trading him for? I'm like, who going to bring up for him? I'm like, how about we keep the more weapons on our team, the better. We have a GP. We have a Deontay Johnson. We have a Calvin Austin. We have an Allen Robinson. We have all these guys mixing up. And Allen Robinson began to start cooking lately, too. They've been putting him in the slot and putting him outside, different places. He started becoming a reliable target as well. So we have these different guys. Let's keep these guys on the team and keep these guys going and see how things can shape out a little bit. Another thing as well, too, for this game, I think the keys to victory, the Steelers, you have the defense got to carry you. The defense got to carry you. And Kenny Pickett, just keep targeting GP, because GP and Kenny Pickett seem to have a great chemistry together and great connection together as well. They just go out there and they like on the same page to see GP and Kenny hit on a lot of deep balls. And Kenny Pickett, deep ball got better this season as well, him being able to deliver that ball accurately. So hopefully he just keep targeting that guy. I think you see GP get about, 12 to 15 targets, and Deontay Johnson around the same range as well. Those are 2 targets you should look after. And Darnell Washington has been playing good football too as well. I'm in the red zone. A guy who's 6'8", 6'9", 270 pounds. You might need to throw the ball up to him or give him a chance too. So we need to start fighting. But we can never get to the red zone to do that anyway because the team be tripping. So hopefully we can get the run game going. And we also can, have a defense still playing at a high level and go out there and the offense can be able to capitalize off what the defense does. But in this game right here, I'm going to do the same like I did last week. I can't pick. If I was a Steeler fan, I can't pick the Steelers. But if I was a Steeler fan, I won't pick the Steelers either. I won't pick the Rams either. Cause this game right here just seems like a toss-up type of game. It's a toss-up type of game because you look at the teams, you're like, I don't know, because sometimes the Steelers be inconsistent. The Steelers be very inconsistent sometimes. And sometimes you see them, you're like, where did this come from? They start playing at a good level. They have an opening drive touchdown. You're like, what? And they start playing at a high level and like actually scoring points and stuff. Not high level, but they start playing at a good level to help them win and stuff. And then sometimes they play at a level they can't even move the ball to get a first down. So I don't know what Steelers team I'm gonna get for this game. So I'm gonna just not pick. I'm not gonna pick. I'm just gonna leave it a toss up like that. But hopefully the Steelers can pull the win out and win this game. I'm gonna be watching live on the watch party on Sunday, so you can tune in for that if you're interested in watching that. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave it in the comment section down below your predictions, your stats, what you think the game gonna go, how the game gonna play, the score, and all that type of stuff. Let me know down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.